So big round of applause to Los Angeles. Big round of applause to all of the counties in New York State who have said no to the mandate. We've had enough. Who else is saying no to the mandate? Well, as we head over into the airline industry, airline CEOs are now telling Biden, according to townhall.com, airline CEOs are saying planes are safe without masking passengers. CEOs are now pissed off. When Biden came out and imposed his mask mandate once again on public transportation, the CEO said, you know what, we're done with this. We've had enough. We're fighting this mandate as well. So what's exactly going on here? A few CEOs, including Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly, has said face masks don't add much additional protection against the spread of COVID-19 on airplanes. American Airlines CEO Doug Parker has said the airplane is the safest place you can be indoors, safer than the ICU. Let's take a look at a clip on Twitter of the CEOs arguing their case.
The conclusion of that is that effectively anywhere that you're going to be indoors, the airplane is the safest place that you can be indoors. It's because of the air filtration.
Safer than a theater,
Far safer than a theater. Safer actually than an intensive care unit because...
But I think the case is very strong that masks don't add much, if anything, in the air cabin environment. It's very safe and very high quality compared to any other indoor setting.
So you've got these two CEOs now from American Airlines and Southwest Airlines arguing the fact that they just simply do not add much to it. Testifying on Capitol Hill Wednesday, CEOs from Southwest and American Airlines debunked the Biden administration narrative that masking on planes mitigates the spread of Wuhan coronavirus. CEOs are saying that's simply not true. They're debunking it. Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly said, I think the case is very strong that masks don't add much, if anything, in the air cabin environment. It's very safe and very high quality compared to any other indoor setting. American Airlines CEO Doug Parker agreed. He said, quote, an aircraft is the safest place you can be. It's true of all our aircraft. They all have the same heap of filters and airflow. Parker said, I concur. So 2 weeks ago, President Biden, by the way, guys, if you want to call the show 585-643-7711. The phone number's at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead. Lines are open. Call in 585-643-7711. Would love to have you on the show. We're now taking call-ins. Tell me what you guys think about the vaccine mandates in Los Angeles, California, and the students who have said hell no. And I'd love to know all of your thoughts on the airlines now fighting and going up against Congress and saying, listen, take the goddamn mask off while on our planes. It's just not necessary. 2 weeks ago, President Biden issued an executive order extending masking requirements for all air and rail transportation until at least March 2022. He also announced hefty fines for violations of the mandates will remain in place. Here's the thing, people. Who's going to enforce these hefty fines? Okay? In an airplane, if the companies don't care about you masking up in an airplane, just tell the passengers they don't have to mask up. It's not like somebody can go check on these planes while they're 35,000 feet in the air. Just say no. We're not doing it. Who's going to be there to check for the damn fine? So the only way that we're going to win this, that these businesses are actually going to win this, and they're now starting to, they're now really starting to fight back, is by saying, we're not doing it. We're just not doing it. So the administration will continue to require masking during international or other public travel, as well as in transportation hubs, such as airports or indoor bus terminals through March 18th, as we continue to battle COVID-19, blah, blah, blah. This is all from President Biden. He said fines will continue to be doubled from their initial level. So now they're upping the fines here with a minimum fine of $500 and fines of up to $3,000 for repeat offenders. So you've got Southwest Airlines, American Airlines, all fighting these mask mandates. You got Biden threatening passengers directly. If you don't comply, we're going to fine you $500, or for repeat offenders, $3,000. Listen, Biden, asshole. You can't draw blood from a stone. Who the hell is going to cough up $3,000 per repeated offense? And let me be very clear here, people. It's not going to hold in court. These are random fines to a impulsive and unconstitutional mandate. Nobody has been forced to pay any fine. When Governor Cuomo locked down New York State, shut down businesses, and they received their fines up to the tune of $1 million, I didn't see anybody go to court. I didn't see anybody actually have to pay these fines. Nobody does. Nobody actually has to pay it. So until you actually say no, get a fine, literally rip it up and throw it in the garbage, we're not going to end this nonsense. And that's what we need to do. We need to take these fines, rip them up, throw them away, and then say, hey, look, nobody came after me. And that'll be the end of the mandates forever, unless they make it a law. Rules are not laws. Mandates are not laws. None of this bullshit is actually law. You cannot issue a fine for something that's not a law. You cannot issue fines for a rule. Okay? Rules are for summer camp. Laws are what people must abide to. Laws are made by legislation. They're voted on. Laws take time. I don't recall any mask mandate going through a law. Hence the reason Kathy Hochul in New York State has decided not to fight these 32 counties. Notice how we haven't seen a peep out of Kathy Hochul. We haven't heard a peep out of Gavin Newsom. Where are they? Where are you guys now? Besides running off with your tail between your legs. Where's Gavin Newsom since 34,000 students in Los Angeles said we're not following the mandate? And the school board decides to delay the actual requirement until next fall. I haven't heard a peep out of Gavin Newsom. I haven't heard a peep out of Kathy Hochul here in New York State. Where's her big fight back? Again, if it was going to hold up in court, if she actually had a leg to stand on, she'd be fighting the counties. So it's imploding, people. The whole thing is crumbling. It's not holding up. Vaccine mandates, mask mandates, the whole thing is going to hell in a handbasket, and the government officials, they all know it.